Welcome, guys. I'm Jill, and I'm with the SSW rules team. We're going to do the sprint review 98. Let's go. Let's go. So, this is our sprint 98 email review and retro. As you can see, we had 3 goals: finalizing GitHub action about the categories, document the implementation. We talked about the last sprint review and made a video about that. And it was a 1-week sprint, 10 man days. You can still go to our POC staging environment here. And let's move to the table. So as I said,
could you zoom this up a little, and can you click on the website? Can I just quickly see what the website looks like so far?
I'm going to show you just right now, talking about this PBI here.
No worries.
So this PBI is about one of our goals. Let's check it out. For now, I just wanted to show how the categories look like on the current rules website. And this is now how it looks like on our POC. This is the POC on the staging environment. If I'm going on that category,
is that the equivalent page? Obviously not.
It's not. It's the POC. So better. we are just keeping the structure, not the style.
Yeah. What I probably would have shown is the homepage of ours, your homepage, the homepage of the summary page, the homepage. The rules page, then your page. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Can you take notes, please? For all that. Thank you. So this is the home page. We're going to go on the category page, and those are 2 rules on that category. And if I'm going on that rule here, as you can see, the star is not great, but what I wanted to show is that we've got the rule, the category here. And if I'm clicking on that, I'm going to go back to the category main page. So I worked on that.
Hold on. Can you do the same in the current website? Just so I go back to the homepage.
Yep.
Go back to the homepage.
Oh, sorry, on the homepage here.
Okay, so this is the equivalent of.
This is the equivalent of that.
Okay. Actually, can you put them side by side?
Yep, sure.
Yeah, that's a much easier way. Yeah, if you do it like that, much easier.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea.
Okay, so these are the, okay.
Yeah. And now let's click on that. I'm going to go to a main page.
Do the same on the other, right?
Yeah. So you got all the rules with inside that category. The difference is here you got the written rule. Now here we just wanted to highlight which rule are on the on each category. And if I'm clicking on that specific rule here, I'm going to land here. We don't have the side panel here. Yes. Here it is with the category here, and we've got it here. So I worked on that. It was about
that instantly shows you have a little bit of responsive work to add.
Yes. Do you want to add that to our POC, or do you want us to implement that during the migration? That's the question.
Oh no, you would do it. So you would do it during this, I think. Well, this POC is moving forward into production, right?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I would just
we're going to move.
I'll ask Christian and Matt. Do you guys believe that they should fix up the pages to be responsive so it's the same?
I'd make it work, and then I'd make it look pretty.
Okay, all right. What do you say, Christian?
Yeah, make it work first, so try and iron out any other issues that we come across.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just in case there's a showstopper and we can't move to Tina for some reason. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Right. Okay. Did you take notes about that?
The responsiveness?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
And after everything is working and we're 100% moving forward on Tina.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. We do. So I worked on that. It was about managing categories through the 2 workflows, the content workflow and the website workflow. And yeah, that's about it. if you got any question, let's move forward to the call to action on SSW rules, which is an important one as well. That was Chloe who made that. It was a request from Yuli. Can you talk a little bit more about this one?
Yes. So this is not relevant to the migration, but Yuli and Mike, they wanted to add a section like to the sidebar. I'm going to show you the screenshot. Oops. So go down.
Show us the problem first, and then show us what you did.
Okay. So they wanted to add a section called need help on the sidebar, and so they can maybe catch more clients. And this is their mockup, and this is actually done. So we added that. We have now the section, and it's also responsive. Like on mobile view, it looks like this one.
Right. Okay. So I just understood. So Yuli and Mike asked you to make a change to the old site in Gatsby, and you made it there, and you also made it in our current site. Is that right?
Current site. No, it's not in POC. It's just on in the Bruce website.
It's unrelated to the POC.
All right. Good. Okay. No problems.
Right. Let's move forward to the next important one, which is one of our goals, which is recording the V2 video you asked last sprint review and write a Tina blog post. Maybe you can talk more about this one.
Sure.
You go.
So I think you all saw the video, maybe not you, Isaac, but Matt and Adam, I think you saw the video, right?
I think I saw the video with you, didn't I?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I liked it, and yeah, I think that video should go live. Yeah.
Yeah. So you gave us feedback, and we had a call with Kaden about that to fix that in post-production with edits. So I created a PBI on the SSW TV backlog to follow up with her. She just wrote to me this morning that she's nearly done, so should be good this week. And I also created a PR. I added a page on the tina.io website, like you asked. I asked Matt and yes.
Right. So this page you're about to show me, this is focusing on option 3, or option C, which is what you're moving ahead with. And the video you can watch if you want to see option A and B.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me just show you that real quick. So that's the preview. Yeah. So that's the page I created. I'm restating the problem at the beginning, then saying that the solution is to move everything in the media folder, adding some config that you have to do. And I added the video at the end. If you want to see other viable options, you can have a look at the video.
Maybe now that I've test passed it, I know, but now that I reread it, shouldn't we, I guess it's a good question for everyone, shouldn't we state the other options at least very briefly in text so it's indexed and searchable?
That's a good point.
What do you think, Matt?
What do you think, Christian? I didn't understand that question.
Should we have the video at the top?
Oh, no, I don't think so, because video states extra options. Well, we can.
It covers all the options.
It covers all the options. What I'm worried, I care about is that if someone searches for, the other options, so, basically using front matter or using a middleware to rewrite the image routes, if they search for the text, they won't find this article because it's not indexed, it's not in text. That's all. So maybe we should just put it under the video, just the FYI, the options are blah blah. That's it. Just the name of the option.
Yeah, give the options and just mark the recommended one as the one that we've got this guide for.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're concerned that there's a lot of talking in the video and you want it to be indexable. So there's stuff
I-
in the
I
video
know,
that is
I
not on the
I want,
page.
I want people to be able to find this page when they they Google it or chat GPT. Yeah. That's
Yes.
all. But the content of the video is not indexed usually. So that's all.
But actually, the content of the video is a transcript on YouTube, and it is searchable. So it would be found on YouTube and Google.
It is.
So-
Yeah. Mm. Is it really?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about this. Yeah. Is it searchable?
I'm pretty
You're
sure.
saying Google uses a transcript of YouTube videos in their
Right.
on the index page.
That wouldn't be that wouldn't be too surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it
Okay,
does.
well,
you're right.
Doesn't
Doesn't
really
matter.
matter. It's just an idea.
It doesn't hurt to just put the words below the video saying we tried this and
Yeah.
this, just so that they're there.
So what do you think, Adam? Should I update this to add the options clearly in text there, or are you okay with this?
No, look, you could look at the video and check that the main points of the video are in the page. I wouldn't do anything artificial.
Okay, all good then. Well, that's it for this one. Then we'll we put this one as blocked at the moment because we need to wait for the TV team to finish the video, and we need the TINA team to review the PR. But it should be done this week.
All right, thank you, Hugo. If there is any other suggestion, let's move forward. About the timesheet data, we still got only Christian for now. And about the release, we released one time with the PBI made by Chloe on the add call to action we just mentioned before. About the AI usage, there is some things that changed. Chloe tried GitHub Copilot, sorry, and we used Yakshaver, Hugo and I.
Sorry, Chloe went from what to what?
She didn't use Copilot last week, and
Wasn't
she tried
she
it.
using? I thought she was using DeepSeek, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you put in brackets? Can you put in brackets from DeepSeek? And Chloe, can you tell us the difference? And also, Chloe, I recall you using Yakshaver just yesterday, so I think Yakshaver would be there too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Actually, yeah.
I think I know more what you're doing than you're doing.
Now let's move to the sprint retro. So what
Hold
went
on.
well?
I just
Yep.
want to know quickly, Chloe, what's the difference of using DeepSeek and using GitHub Copilot?
I think I use GitHub Copilot in my Visual Studio Code, so it's more efficient than DeepSeek. I don't need to go to the website of DeepSeek, ask questions, so it's faster.
Okay, oh, it's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, very efficient. Let's go to sprint retro. What went well? You and I are happy with the V2 that has been test passed by you. We are just waiting for the media team now. I'm happy that the backlog looks nicer now, and I'm happy that the category management through all those workflow worked as expected. And we are all happy that lots of done this week. What didn't go so well? You can Christian think that there are some difficulties with all those image about the media PBI. And I think that this is not good that we only have we only have one goal and two of the goals are still pending, but almost done.
Okay, can I just double check? Did you watch all 5 videos from Matt Wicks, or I know there was problems with a few of the videos, say 3 of the videos didn't come through, but did you read all the stuff?
Yes.
Because I would have assumed what didn't go so well was the commit history was difficult for the TINA CMS team to read, and the backlog
Yep.
looked like it had a whole bunch of garbage in it, which isn't all your fault because you inherited a project, but it certainly looked messy. So I think that should have bubbled up to some of the feedback.
Yeah, you're right. And the other one, so
Backlog.
Oh, yeah.
Backlog was messy
That's messy.
and not hard to navigate.
Right. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, and the things
well,
that didn't go so well. I'd also mention the
Sorry, hold on.
package management.
hold on, before
Yeah.
we get into John, can I just check, is the commit history like acknowledged by you guys? Is it cleaned up a little bit?
Yes, yes. Obviously, it's an ongoing task. I didn't mark this as done because yeah, it's an ongoing task, and we're gonna try to improve that. But I think the next sprint, if everything is great, I'm gonna pass it at done.
Okay.
We started to create. So this is fork, by the way. It's a GitHub history view. I'll say that manager, source control manager. Yeah. And as you can see, my branch got the name of the number of the PBI, and we try to commit to make the message of the commits more relevant and more with more details.
Right. And what tool
But
is that?
we just started yesterday, so
Oh, okay. And so the commit history is going to start looking better soon, is it?
yes.
Okay. And what about the backlog? Is that already looking nicer?
Yes, I think so. I worked on that. I can show you. I worked on that yesterday, and the backlog looks like that. I added more labels. I moved everything around, refined PBIs. I also create some lines to visually see straight away which is MVP or not. And I completed all estimates. So the backlog looks like that right now. I also refined all the view. I did some of them and create new ones.
Right.
The zended one are a bit adding noise to the tabs. We just delete them.
Yeah, but maybe future teams gonna use them. They were there when I
Okay.
started the project, and yeah.
It wouldn't take long to recreate them, would it?
Not really. I think it doesn't really matter because
Okay.
they're at the end of the tabs.
Yeah.
I think we can kill them in a couple of sprints if no one complains about it.
Yeah, sure.
Just okay, that's one. Sure, yeah, okay. Sorry.
And just on the backlog, there was some chatter about whether you should have started a fresh backlog or not. Many people thought you should have, but I certainly don't believe you should start a brand new backlog. But if I only mention this because if you did want to start a fresh backlog, I certainly would want to have more of a conversation before you did that, because we jump in lots and lots of client projects all the time. And I don't think it's standard that we just create a fresh backlog.
I don't think we were talking about a fresh backlog before. We were talking about a fresh project.
A fresh project.
GitHub project.
Oh, fresh GitHub project. Okay, sorry. I thought you guys were saying a fresh backlog and get rid of all the crap. Okay, all right.
Well, you get rid of all the crap by
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand more than what you're saying.
All right. Any question about the backlog, Adam?
No, it's all good. Yep, move on. Now, Jean, carry on.
Yeah, in the things that if you go back to your
Sprints.
retro, thank you. I think in the things that didn't go so well, you can also add the package discrepancy problem that we had with Dependabot.
Yeah.
So the Dependabot package discrepancy issue, which could have been bad. I mean, it didn't Dependabot in one word and without the T.
Yeah, I might just mention to
sure.
Matt. Matt, I believe that if Dependabot is raising the pull request and you want to squash a merge, or you want it to look a certain way in the commit history, or we should have a Tina doc that we can point to any team and say that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Because you looked at the versions yesterday and go, first of all, they're mismatched.
Yes.
Secondly, why haven't you gone from version 1 to 2 to 3 to 4?
Two different things there. Squash merge, that's not a Tina thing. That's just
No, of course it's not, but
there's a SSW rule around it.
But you wanted it to look a certain way. So
quite a thing on the backlog because the version numbers are actually hard to keep in sync.
right. Oh, are they?
So it's
They're
not.
very
It's not.
Are you going to make it easier so that they're always in sync?
Yeah, but you don't like calendar versioning, so
Oh, that
we
was
have to come up with a different one.
right. Okay.
I think that the Dependabot story is good because it's also in the things that went well. because you can mention the package. Like we ended up writing an article in the Tina docs on how to best manage this, because there's actually a dependabot setting or config that you can put in your repo to keep those two packages in sync.
Why on Tina docs?
Well, because not all projects have two packages.
Seems
Like
it should-
anyone using Tina will have the issue if they don't set it up properly. If they want to use Dependabot, they'll have to set this up.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't hurt, you know.
Makes sense on SSW rules, but less so. It's not Tina specific. It's a GitHub thing.
Well, true, but it also applies very specifically to Tina too. As in, if you use Tina, you are likely to run into this problem. So it could be a Tina dog that points to a rule, I guess. Guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have keys? Anyway, so yeah, I think it's good that it ended up being, or at least creating some kind of documentation. Happy to move it around, doesn't really matter. And the other thing I like, can you go back to your backlog and the things that went well? Can you go back to your backlog? Sure. It really very much satisfies my OCD. I can spot stuff like, why is this guy not in the current sprint if it's at the top? But that's pretty much about it. And can you scroll down? Yeah, okay, you got an MVP line. I like that. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Okay, so all of these are non-MVP, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. And okay, you get a triage section. Cool. So that's things that you're gonna review with Christian, I guess.
Yes, we plan to have a meeting next week on Monday to review all those three
Cool. Yep.
items.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Check the Yak Shaver first, I guess, because they're probably the most recent ones.
Yes. This one.
Because in there, just looking at the numbers, I'm guessing some of these are super old.
Very old. Yes.
It's crap.
Cool. And that's nice. We have a library Yak Shaver. It's easy to find the one that has been Yak Shaver.
And did you kill all the others? Did you delete them?
And close them.
All of the old ones?
No. No. What old ones are you talking about?
But there were like 100 others.
Oh, it's a filter here.
Right.
You don't see them because I
right.
filter them by
That's why you've got okay.
different.
So you got all the stuff there?
The label.
Yeah,
That's all the ZZ
that's
ones.
all the ZZ. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. So
Right.
people can go there and find their old stuff,
Yes,
old crap.
create a label
Cool.
about ZZ.
Very cool. I removed the clutter. That's great. Yeah, very happy with the backlog. That satisfies my OCD. It's OCD check.
Okay, good. All right, I'm just going to mention a couple more things that could be improved. I did mention it yesterday, but I believe that the way that Tina works and how it has relationships is different from what you had in Gatsby. Did you Yak Shaver that at all?
Yeah, but I wasn't sure what the original pain of the issue was.
Right,
So
yeah.
just making guesses.
Yeah, so it just appeared that you weren't using all of Tina's functionality, but we don't know for sure. Maybe that's something that Christian can sort out. And one other thing is after those Yak Shavers were sent off to the French team, I observed that Gilles starts cleaning up all the titles and all the PBIs and ZZing things and doing all by himself. I really feel like he should have been working with Chloe or Hugo or Jean or Jeffrey or someone while he was doing all that cleaning up of the backlog. Two heads are better than one.
I worked with Jean. I asked him some advice and asked him to have a look at the backlog.
Right, but that was after, wasn't it? You'd
Yes,
already
it was
spent
after.
a fair bit of time cleaning it up yourself.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Should type it down, what can be improved? Next time I do a backlog refinement, work with someone else.
Next time.
Backlog refinement and dash.
Yeah, should be done as a team with two people.
Do it with someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Anything else about the sprint
No,
retro?
all good, all good.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the forecast one. So yeah, let's zoom in. Sorry, guys. About our sprint goals, we think that the priority here is to work on the Azure deployment. We need to clarify how we can implement it. There's going to be some things to think about, especially the editor workflow and Azure resources. And another goal is to implement still finishing that last goal, which is about implementing the media option we chose last sprint review. It's going to be a 1-week sprint, and this is how the next backlog
All right.
looks like.
Can I just
Yep.
double check? Wixie, do you see the 2 goals? Go up to the goals.
Azure deploy, get clarity on how we can implement it. Implement the chosen option regarding media management in Tina Media.
So implementing option C, you can put that in brackets. Implementing that. Is that the second thing to do or the first thing to do?
This one is almost done, but we need to finish it. It was the goal from the past sprint, and we just shifted to that goal as well because we need to finish that.
So in that case, because that second goal, you're almost certain to take it, right?
Yes.
And the first one, you're not sure. I mean, you're less sure. You
Yes.
probably should move it around, even though
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
think the Azure deployment is more important because you're sure your second, like you want to have tick in progress.
Yeah.
Not
The
in
thing is,
tick.
we can't really tick that one before managing the
Yes.
Azure deployment.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Then-
only why it's not
right.
finished.
Okay, then that makes sense. If there's
Okay.
a dependency,
So-
then it makes sense to have it second.
So I want to know, what is the main question that you want to ask Wixie on the Azure deployment?
The most concerned thing is about editor workflow and how we will handle those branches with Azure. We think that we will need to create different Azure resources for each branch, and we need to figure out how is it working.
What are you deploying to?
We are right now it's an Azure static web app, but we are thinking to move it to an Azure storage, like on the website.
That's very different, and you're gonna have different things like Next.js on Azure static websites is already sort of limited in functionality. Like you can't use the image handler as far as I'm aware, and there's differences with ISR. But it does. I thought the out of the box GitHub action it sets up will create preview branches. Like as soon as you open a PR, it'll deploy that branch, is my understanding. So I don't know what you need to configure there apart from setting some environment variables. Deploying to static storage is you won't be able to run any code. So you won't be able to do any server-side rendering or ISR. So everything is static. Which then will lead you to long build times because you've got to build almost 4,000 pages.
All right, thanks for the clarification. There is something else that concerned us. It's about the size, the maximum size of Azure static web app, which is 250, and we are not sure it's enough for all the branches that content can have.
Each branch is a different deployment as far as I'm aware. Look, I tend to not use Azure static web apps because when you use Next.js, you hit limitations pretty quickly. I know other people have had more success than me. I've just never had success with it.
So if they're going to burn time with the Azure static websites, what do you lean towards them doing?
If you want something that works, you go Vercel.
So you think you're going for Vercel? Okay.
Well, no, I'm just like, if you need something that works, Vercel will work.
And what's the cost of that?
It depends how much web traffic you have.
Well,
Guys, should we take that offline?
Yeah.
I don't think this conversation needs to take place in the summary.
No, it doesn't. But if we know now that the first option is Vercel, then that's the planning done. just go with Vercel. He's just said it works. He's worried about the cost, but that will get you something up and running in the next sprint.
Yeah. The only other alternative is to run it in a Docker container on an Azure web app, which is old school. But again, it works.
Yeah. And so right now we just want something to work. And then later on, you can start deploying it to static sites on Azure, which might have more curly things that don't work, but we don't have to worry about anything. We just know that it'll perform and work and cost us some money, but at least it will be working.
So are we saying that Azure deployment is now non-MVP? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, we're going to go with Vercel because we just know it will work quickly.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
question number 2 is when did we start looking into Azure deployment?
It can be a goal.
Yeah, but why did we even look at it?
Because of course we
was
would,
working before.
we would much prefer.
was working before.
Yeah, it's where it is, and then we would much prefer when we do the press release and stuff about that we've moved it to Azure Static sites. Like
Of
that's
course.
cheap, and that's enticing for lots of other companies to want to follow. Especially, if I was to announce to Microsoft and do a case study. I think once that's done, then I think I would like one more sprint goal there, which is Chloe doing a test markdown conversion run. I think that would be important to see, just a test run and see what curly things pop up in the MDX conversion.
Yes. Write that down.
Sorry, did you write?
Mark that down as a goal.
Yeah.
Do a test run of the migration script.
Yeah.
Of the migration script.
Yeah. Sorry.
You just
Okay.
using random words, just hoping it's the right one.
Yeah.
Let's put in brackets.
very
in brackets
high difficulties to type
to
and
mark
listen at the same
down.
time.
and MDX.
The script in brackets,
Yeah.
MD to MDX.
Yeah.
Good job. And across the second one,
Yep.
strike through. Strike through.
Yep. Give me a sec. I don't know the
would
shortcut.
I'll show you how to edit to the ribbon.
I would just change that to Azure or Vercel deployment. Then, one person can be, you might run it very quickly on static websites, and then you say, Matt Wicks, what the hell are you talking about? It's simple, it works. But, you'll be ready for it not to work.
All right.
Yep, cool.
So I'm not striking through this.
Yeah.
All right. And this is our backlog, next sprint backlog. And we added the PBIs raised by Matt Wicks here. If you're happy with that.
Make sure you add the test run.
Yes, we do before sending the, sure. And adding attendees, I get things to update here anyway. To do,
Yellow, yes.
to
Good job.
do, and
Mark the table yellow. Mark the table yellow.
yeah.
You know,
All the table. All
All
right.
right. It doesn't matter. You have to
Thank
update
Yeah,
it.
it
so.
hurts my eyes, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but then
And-
you're not gonna send it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And can you please add Matt Wicks? Oh, you've got him there. And Isaac. Isaac was here. And I don't see Christian on that list on the CC.
It's because it's Christian is here on the 2.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake.
It's
My
okay.
mistake.
I'm always putting the 2 at the end because I'm afraid to send the image.
You can send it with no 2 and all these CCs, right?
Yeah.
Without the 2, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Send. Yeah.
All right. Didn't
So
know.
it doesn't.
Okay.
Gilles, you need to see SSW rules delay emails by a couple of minutes. And then every single day I press send. And then I edit my email after I've sent it.
Yeah, but it's not a big group. It's not like you could send, I don't know, an email to SSW without a subject or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very bad.
Mm.
Okay.
Have people done this in the past? Like a week ago? No.
No one would do
No one would do that. Especially when it's not my yearly. Especially.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Just
cool.
Just in the backlog, it's always a good idea to bold the most important things.
Yeah, I was gonna say this too, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one are the most important ones?
This one.
Okay.
And I think this
The new one you're going to create.
Where,
Right?
where's
Yeah.
the test migration?
It's why I put the table on the yellow thing, because I need to add it after the meeting.
So Chloe, can I just confirm, in the next sprint, you didn't have any intention of actually doing any more work on the migration script?
Actually, yes. Because I gave my script to Josh, I was hoping that he can give me the feedback about that script, and I also edited my documentation about this.
Okay, sorry. Who is George?
Oh, Josh.
Oh, Josh. Well, I don't think
Josh.
you'll get anything from Josh. Josh is on holidays for a few weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did he tell you that he was going to do anything in the next sprint?
He told me that he will give this script to JK,
Oh,
and then that's all. Yeah.
well, all right. You can talk to JK, but were you planning on doing any conversations with JK or any work on the migration script in the next sprint? In this sprint?
No.
Oh, you won't. Okay, but you will now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, guys, if there is any other suggestion or question, let's wrap up that meeting. As always, that sprint review is going to be uploaded on that SSW Rules YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us, and I see you on the next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
see you.
One more question before you go.
Can I stop or
Yeah, you can stop recording it.